Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years. We're dedicated to delivering quality auto parts, expert customer service, fast and free shipping, all backed by our 100% satisfaction guarantee. So visit us at 1aauto.com, your trusted source for quality auto parts.
In this video, we're going to be working with our 1996 GMC Sierra. We're going to show you how to remove and replace your vehicle's interior door panel. If you like this video, please click subscribe. We have a ton more information on this and many other vehicles. And if you ever need parts for your truck, you can follow the link down in the description over to 1aauto.com. Here are the items you'll need for this repair. Remove the 2 Phillips head screws inside of the armrest on the door. Do this with a Phillips head screwdriver. Now to remove the bezel around the interior door handle, you need to kind of get in there with a trim tool or a flat blade screwdriver and push down on the tab to release it. There are 3, one at the top, one at the bottom, and one on the side. Remove the extension at the top of the door panel by prying out with a trim tool. Using your trim tool, pry up at the back of the power window switch. Lift it up and pull back to release the hook at the front. Disconnect the connector for your tweeter. Pop up the tab on this 2-pin connector at the front of the window switch and pop the connector out. And then push down on the tab, the main connector, and remove that from the switch. I'm using a pick here. You could also use a small flat blade screwdriver or a trim tool if you had to. Really whatever works best for you. Using a trim tool, pop out on the door reflector and remove the connector. This is another one of the ones we'll have to lift up on the tab with a pick. Using a trim tool, pry out the bottom of the door. You may need to work it a little bit to figure out where the tabs are. You'll also need to pop out this pin at the top on the front of the door. Once all the tabs are out, lift the panel up and remove it from the door. Peel off the inner water shield on the door. There's also a small piece over in the corner. Make sure your window is rolled all the way down. There are 10 7mm screws around the perimeter of the inner panel. One under the speaker here that's a little tricky to see, and a 10mm at the front. We'll need to remove all of those with the socket and ratchet. Pull the panel forward. Pull out the handle rod. They help to have a tool to help you get some leverage on it. We'll also want to pop that out of its guide clip. Same thing with the lock rod down here. We'll also need to pop this out of its guide rod. And pull it out of the lock actuator as well. Pop out the tab for the courtesy light in the door. Lift up on the cover for the door lock actuator and remove that connector. Need to fish it out and around. Pop that retainer through. and then pop out all the rest of the retaining clips to remove the harness from the door. You'll also need to unplug the window motor. And the door speaker. And pull the harness through the door. Slide the door panel forward until the window roller is out of its channel. Then slide the guide out of the back and remove the assembly from your vehicle. Reconnect your door speaker and your window motor, and send the rest of your wiring harness back through the door. Slide the back half of your window regulator back into the window track. Once the back's in, slide forward and install the front part of the regulator into the glass as well. Reconnect the door lock. As well as the door handle. Don't forget to engage the lock actuator and snap both rods back into their guides. Realign your door panel. Reinstall your wiring harness. Make sure that all the tabs and retainers go back in their appropriate places. Make sure you run the harness through and reconnect your door actuator as well. Lock the clasp in for your reflector and courtesy light. And reinstall the 10 7mm screws around the perimeter, as well as the one 10mm. Reinstall the water shield. Sometimes this adhesive doesn't really want to stick a second time. If that's the case, it is alright to put some tape on there to secure the edges. Pull your wire harness back through the door and lay the top edge into the door frame. Line up the plastic retainers. And push them all back into place. Reinstall the inner door handle bezel by lining it up and snapping it in. Reinstall your reflector. Place the upper door extension into place. Reinstall the two Phillips head screws in the armrest. Reconnect your door speaker, as well as the two electrical connections on the power window switch. Slide the front hook into the door panel, snap the back into place, and you're good to go.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at oneauto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.